All right, let's cut to the chase. If you've been waiting for more massive rate cuts in December, it's probably not going to happen based on the latest October inflation release. Inflation hit 2% in October, up from 1.6% last month and even higher than the expected 1.9% that was forecast. So let's break it all down quickly and talk about where this leaves Toronto real estate for 2025. But before we do, don't forget, if you find this video helpful, hit that like button, subscribe for more Toronto real estate investing tips, and if you do want to chat one-on-one, you can always book a call with us. Here's what happened with inflation. Energy prices didn't drop as much in October. Food prices climbed up. Goods flipped from deflation to slight inflation. Now, even though mortgage expenses are easing, rents are cooling, property taxes saw the biggest spike since 1992. Realistically, if we exclude gas, inflation actually held stable at 2.2%, but it is still higher than expected, and so Bank of Canada is more likely to cut rates by the standard 25 basis points on December 11th. But even with a smaller rate cut, this is going to give relief to existing homeowners with variable rate mortgages. And for buyers, this will make it easier for them to get into the market, especially since more people are opting for variable rates these days. Now, let's talk about what's actually happening in Toronto real estate right now. Just like every year, the real estate market is going to slow down as we head into the holidays. Sellers don't want strangers coming into their homes during the holidays, and they don't want to deal with selling during Christmas. And so if you are hunting for deals, pay attention. Even if you want to buy, it is going to get tougher. But also, if someone is selling right now, they are probably more motivated, so this could be a chance for you to score a great deal. Now, looking into 2025, things are gearing up to be much more active with lower rates and the typical New Year momentum. Buyers and sellers will be coming in with fresh goals to move or to invest. There's also a backlog of transactions. Buyers and sellers who've been sitting on the sidelines since November will start to re-engage again. And then don't forget the big players. While they are holding off this year since there's not much incentive for fund managers to act now, they will be much more active come 2025. So what are they eyeing? Well, condos? No, not so much. Most condo buyers are investors, but cash flows don't work and appreciation potential is weak, so condo deals are sitting stale. Retail and industrial real estate don't look great either, mainly because of recession and growth fears. But here is where things get interesting. Multiplex infill projects. These used to be too small for the big players and too big for mom and pop investors, but with recent policy changes and a shift in the real estate environment, this is looking a lot more interesting for the bigger guys. Higher rents in Toronto mean stronger valuation lifts here in Toronto, and costs are getting lower here in Toronto too because there's no development charges for up to 5 units only in Toronto, and you get 100% HST rebates on construction for bigger multiplexes, which really typically happen more so in Toronto. Add that to strong cash flows for multiplexes right now because of our softer real estate market and lower future rates once they finish a project to refinance, and these opportunities are starting to look amazing. This will add to the growing pool of buyers in the low-rise space in Toronto, from families wanting to buy their own homes to mom and pop investors looking for better rent yields and smaller value add projects, and now institutional players looking for more reliable, better returns. Here's the bottom line. Toronto's housing crisis isn't going away, and that's actually going to help support the Toronto real estate space. And with the number of buyers growing in the Toronto freehold space and supply still constrained, we do expect Toronto multiplexes and low-rise houses to continue to outperform. And if you do want to dive deeper into what's ahead for 2025 for Toronto real estate, or you want help on your next move in Toronto real estate, let's chat. We can take a closer look at your situation and help you figure out what's the best option for you. We're not just another real estate sales brokerage. We are experienced investors in Toronto, especially when it comes to multiplexes. Whether you want to buy a property that's ready to rent out or you want to convert one into multiple units, we can help. Here's what it's like to work with us. We'll take the time to understand your goals, help you find great investment opportunities using numbers, and eventually help you buy the option that fits you best. Need renovations? We can connect you to trusted contractors as you manage your project, and we'll be around to coach you along the way too. Once it's done, we can lease and manage your property for you as well. Ready to get started? Just head over to this link here and let's chat.